Hello students, welcome to Physics for Everyone classes. This is your Satish sir. So far we have seen related to gravitational field intensity, the one about point mass and distribution of masses, and the next one is about the ring and then the finite rod. So we have reached an circular arc. How to find the gravitational field intensity due to the given arc of mass m and length l. So let us see the today's concept. Here we are going to find the gravitational field intensity due to the arc. So there you can see here is the arc of mass m and length l, and this arc makes an angle theta at the point P. There you can see at this point this arc makes an angle, entire angle how much? Theta. So at this point P, how much is the gravitational field intensity due to this arc? Initially, I am giving the result to you. Later we can see how to get that one. The field intensity at this point due to the arc of mass m and length l, which is given by E is equal to 2gm by r square into sine theta by 2 divided by theta. So there you can see the field intensity at this point, which is equal to 2gm by r square. What is g? It is a gravitational constant. M, the mass of the arc, and r is the radius of the arc, and theta, the angle made by this arc at the point P. If we know these things, we can find the gravitational field intensity at the point P, or we can say for this arc, this point comes as the center. How to get this result? So here, to find the field intensity at this point, at the center of this arc, we need to consider a small element. There you can see dm is the small element, and whose position from the y-axis, there you can see we are taking the reference from the y-axis. The small element makes an angle alpha. There you can see alpha is the angle made by the small element with the y-axis, and the angular width of this small element, there you can see this angle is taken as d alpha. Now we can find the field intensity at this point due to the small element, because we have got the requirements. The one is the point mass, and from this mass to this point the distance is how much? The radius of the arc. And with this we can write the equation, which is the field intensity at the point P due to this element, which is equal to g dm divided by r square. G dm by r square. And what is dm here? We can easily find out. Dm we can write it as dm is equal to, there you can see the entire mass m is distributed for an angle how much? Theta. So if you know the mass per unit angle, we can easily get the mass of this part, because it maintains the angular displacement how much? D alpha. So it comes as mass per unit angle into the angular width of this dm is d alpha. It comes as d alpha. So dm is equal to m divided by theta into d alpha. Now take this expression here in this equation. You will get dE, which is equal to g by r square into m divided by theta into d alpha. So the field intensity at this point due to this element, we got the expression Gm d alpha by r square into theta. Now, this vector is acting towards dm. You can see here. Suppose this is the point P, and here is the small element. This is dm. Then we can take a line. So along this line, we have got the field intensity d. And here is a vertical line is there, or we can say it as a y-axis. And the angle between these two is given as alpha. Now we can divide this dE into two components. One along x-axis and other is along the y-axis. There you can see. So dE, which is acting towards dm from the point P, and this vector makes an angle alpha with y-axis. So we can resolve this dE into two components. Along x-axis you will get so dE into sine alpha. Along y-axis dE into cos alpha. You take care, the component along the x-axis has been cancelled out. The reason is very simple. We can take the one more element on the left side of this arc. There also you will get two components. The one is along x-axis, other is along the y-axis. Which means along the x-axis means that along negative x-axis. And these two components will be get cancelled out. And only you will get the components along the y-axis from both sides of the arc. So this is the reason we are not taking this component. It will be cancelled out by considering the entire arc. So we are targeting only the y component of the gravitational field intensities. Let us see. To find dy, which means gravitational field intensity along the y-axis, which is equal to dE into how much you got cos alpha. There you can write so Gm divided by r square theta into how much d alpha is also there. You can write it as cos alpha into d alpha. So this is the gravitational field intensity at this point P. Along which axis? Along the y-axis. This is due to the one element. To find for the entire arc, we need to integrate this expression between the two limits. Let us see. So we are taking here the entire field intensity Ey, which is equal to integral of this expression. How much? So Gm divided by r square theta into cos alpha into d alpha. And what are the limits from this point to this point? And this is the reference line. We can take on the left side part, we can write it as minus theta by 2 with respect to y-axis. And this side comes as plus theta by 2. The limits comes as minus theta by 2 to plus theta by 2. And here in this expression, what are the constant values is taken out. So Gm by r square theta is constant. You can write out of integration here. So it comes as, so Ey is equal to Gm by r square into theta, integral of cos alpha into d alpha. How much it is? Sin alpha. So I am writing directly. So integration of cos alpha is how much? Sin alpha. The limits is minus theta by 2 to plus theta by 2. And which is equal to, so Gm divided by r square into theta If you take upper and lower limits in this equation, you will get finally how much you will get? Sine theta by 2 minus of sine of minus theta by 2. So if you take the upper limit, you will get sine theta by 2 minus the lower limit is sine of minus theta by 2. You see minus is there under the sign, we can take it out and this will go and here we get plus sign. So sine theta by 2 plus sine theta by 2. It comes as 2 sine theta by 2. So there you can write the final result. How much it is? So Gm divided by r square theta into 2 sine theta by 2. And we can rearrange this one in this way. So 2Gm by r square into so sine theta by 2 divided by how much you got? Theta. So this is the most important application related to the given arc of mass m and radius r.